Is that toilet paper?
No, it's not giant toilet paper, it's knitting. Hey guys, welcome to Wild Hope Homestead. It's another beautiful sunny day today, so I've been working on, it's getting a bit warm now, I've been working on the front plot trying to get that ready for our brassica seedlings, which really need to be planted. I've got everything weeded in the first row once I got the timber sleepers put in, getting the row nicely piled up again. There goes a skink. And getting the path, redoing the path, getting that defined, and adding some amendments. I just added some lime, powdered lime, dolomite lime, because the brassicas like to have a bit of lime. That helps them. Our soil tends to be, from observation, on the more acidic side, and so that helps them out. And some Yates Dynamic Lifter, which is just an organic plant food that I've got on hand, and then getting everything sort of levelled out. Before I plant them, I'm trying to figure out hoops, because I've got netting to cover them to protect them from the white butterflies, which are out in force at the moment, and so I need to get them covered as soon as I plant them. So I have to measure out my PVC pipes and figure out how long they need to be. The idea is to bend these into hoops and cut some lengths of rebar to go in the ground on either side to stick them into, to make them stay in a loop. So these are 20mm diameter pipes. It's ready for the brassica seedlings. And tomatoes are just about hit it, so those will have to be cleaned up soon. The Kumara row at this end is looking pretty good, but it's very weedy down the far end, because it was really weedy before I got them planted. And then we've got to clean up this row. Just waiting for that little squash to try and ripen a bit more, the Chuck's Winter. Oh, there are two of them in there ripening, and some parsley. So some other brassicas will go in there. I might just have to rip those out, because I don't think they're doing much more anyway. I've cut the PVC pipes for the hoops to size. Now I need to cut the rebar. So I'm going to cut pieces of rebar for the pipe hoops to sit on and keep them in the ground. The pipes are a little bit wider than they ought to be, maybe. I mean, I guess they'll be more sturdy, but 20mm diameter is, it's going to take a bit for them to stretch into an arc and stay there. So hopefully there won't be any accidents. And then I can put the netting over. Once I've kind of got those bits and pieces ready, I can get the seedlings planted and protected straight away, so the white butterflies can't lay the white moths can't lay the eggs on them.
It's really big.
Yeah. Steve got the pieces of rebar cut for me to put the hoops over. He cut them with the angle grinder with a cut-off blade, and that seemed to work pretty well. So I've got enough pieces for 6 hoops. So it's hard to figure out because I planned to do these, I don't know, several years ago, and I haven't quite gotten around to making them yet because by the time I'd gotten plants in, the white butterflies were gone because of the weather. I think my seedlings are ready earlier this year. I can't remember quite what I'd planned. I feel like I'd asked Steve to get 7 PVC pipes, and the 7th one he's turned into a chimney sweep thing with a chimney brush on the end of it. So I don't know, we'll see. I'll measure out and see how we go. I got enough pipe and enough netting to do 2 rows of the front plot. The netting I got is only 2.1 metres wide, which ideally should be longer because the hoops aren't going to be, they should be in more of a proper half circle ideally, but these ones are going to be stretched a little bit wider than that to make the netting be able to fit over them. So I'll measure it out and see how we go with 6 hoops in 1 row. What I've got to do now is hammer in the rebar. I'll start with the 2 ends and see how that goes. I made it 30 centimetres. I probably should have tested out a couple before I got Steve to cut all of them. Between the garage tidying and sorting and the boy who likes to use tools, I don't know where the mallet is at the moment, so I'm just going to try using the hammer to get the rebar into the ground. Should be fine, the ground's not too hard. I've just discovered that the rebar is of varying lengths. I'm not quite sure if Steve measured these or if he was just eyeballing them. He must have been eyeballing at least some of them. So hopefully some of these ones are long enough. Oh well, we'll see how we go. I hardly even need to measure. Not here anyway. That's because I dug out all the stuff by the sleeper. Hopefully it'll go in strong enough to hold up. I probably need to press some of that ground down there by the sleeper. It got all loosened up when I had to dig it out. I don't know how far down I've got it. Just needs to stick up enough that the pipes can stay on here. I don't know, we'll see. Let's try this one.
It's going here.
Yeah, it's going to go in there. The main thing is making sure the pipe doesn't ping out. Let's see, these are definitely more than 2.4.
I found them.
Thank you. Here we go. Well, that was a good bonus. So the timber sleepers are well over 2.4 metres. One was just over 2.5 metres long. So that you don't normally get things that much over the given measurement, standard measurement, but they were actually long enough for the whole row without having to scrounge some extra timber, so that was perfect. I'm just trying to figure out how many hoops I need, how far I'm going to space them now, because I don't want the netting sagging too much. 7.46 metres the hoops. Okay. Try and make it work with just
I might count on this.
they're just really a little bit far apart.
Oh, this is the panel. Family tea panel.
Yeah, it's a tunnel for the plants. And we're going to put netting over it to stop the white butterflies from getting in. It's getting warm out here, so I've tried to space them out sort of evenly. I've gone with the 7 hoops because I think that'll just be better spacing for holding the netting up, seeing as the netting's not going to be very high either. It'd sag more if they're too far apart. So the front plot isn't exactly square, so as we go away from the drive it's coming out a bit wider, I think, or at least the front hoop is anyway. So they're slightly further apart on that side, but that's fine. They're about 1.23 to 1.25-ish metres apart. If I'd done the 6, it would have been more like 1.4-ish metres apart or something, so 1.5-ish. So we'll see how this goes with the netting. I haven't banged the rebar in yet, I've just poked them in at the right spacing, but it's lunchtime and somebody's enjoying the hammer too much, so let's go get some food first. So the netting that I got for my tunnels out the front, I got it from Polynet Products, and they had a few different types. I can't remember, it was a few years ago now when I actually ordered it. The one that I chose to get is this Biomaglia netting, Biomaglia insect mesh. So this one is quite a fine mesh, rated for keeping out, well, I think it's the finest one, for keeping out thrips, which are quite tiny. So that wasn't really something I was thinking about, but I guess I just wanted it to be fine enough to keep out little tiny caterpillars of the white cabbage moths. And I figured if I'm going to get netting that I could be using to cover various plants, I may as well get something that's going to keep out all sorts of things. Hello. I figured it would be.
I got some walnuts.
You got some walnuts. Oh, good job.
I got a little one.
A little tiny one. Thank you.
We can put them inside.
Yeah, we can.
Oh,
Just put them there for now.
okay.
You want to come sit here? Daddy's inside. I figured this would give a little wee bit of shade protection and a little bit of frost protection too, so that helps at various times of the year. And another layer. So this one is 20 metres long, so I figured 10 metres for each row if I want to do 2 rows, because you need, hello, you need a little bit longer. Not right now. You need a little bit longer at each end to be able to pull together and bunch up, because it's not just going to finish and leave an open end of the tunnel. So the row is, what was it, 7.46-ish metres long. The row at the other end is a little bit different, I can't remember, at the other end of the front plot. So, you know, let's say 7.5-ish metres, so that leaves, hold on, so that leaves
Mommy, what is that? Is that toilet paper?
No, it's not giant toilet paper, it's netting to keep the white butterflies out of our veggies. It does look a bit like a giant roll of toilet paper. What was I saying? Come over here. So that leaves about 2.5 metres, so about 1.25 metres at each end that I can bunch together and either knot it or weigh it down with rocks or something at the end. It's quite fine. It's kind of a bit like curtain netting, well woven. But yeah, you can see it's quite see-through. It's probably not going to give a lot of frost protection or much shade really, but it'll definitely keep the bugs out. Yeah, I do need to cut it in half. I guess there's only one way for it really, and that's roll it out on the grass. I'm going to have to get back to my netting because we just got an update on our washing machine. Steve finally got hold of someone, and it seems that during final testing the washing machine had another error and apparently needed a whole new drum or something, and the manufacturer doesn't want to, I don't know, it sounds very complicated. It's like a case that just keeps increasing problems, and it seems that we're going to get contacted by Samsung now to see if we want a replacement or a refund. So pretty much the same conclusion that we had come to at the very start of this whole thing. It's a pretty catastrophic failure, so Anyway, at least we're almost coming to an end in that saga, and hopefully we can get a new washing machine soon. So we were just discussing that, and I just started looking to see if anywhere's got washing machines on sale at the moment, and now I have to cook dinner. Right, we're back to our tunnel cover, our cloche for the front plot row. I've got to cut the netting, get this to work one way or another. Okay, never mind. It's just gonna have to get dirty.
It's got pepper.
Okay.
It's got pepper.
Yeah, it's not good food. Okay, let's just take it off and I'll fold it together. And it's just gonna get bits of grass on it. It's hard to keep it the right way around. Okay, leave that one over there. Leave it. You walk back over there. Walk back over that way. Make it. You hold it like that. Yeah. That's it. You hold it there. There. Oh dear. That's how we get the most to see. Let's just cut this. As long as I get it all facing the right way, so it's not twisted, we'll be fine. It's just so long. Right, here's one end. Oh no, so much for not getting it twisted. Yeah, I can see you in there. I had to get my favourite cutting scissors. Right, we've got 2 pieces now. Okay, I've got the netting over the hoops and I'm trying to figure out how to attach it into the ground now. There are a few ways you can do that. If your netting is wider and you've got extra space along the edges, which is handy, you can just use rocks or bricks or something to weigh down the cloth, extra cloth kind of bunched up on the sides. But because mine definitely doesn't have extra width to do that, I did buy these plastic butterfly clips which look like this, and they clip in together, like snap in together with these little bits, and then you can prise them apart, hopefully. I guess with these are quite good for if you're using thin like wire, or you could fit over fiberglass hoops, I think, if that would stretch out a little bit. But they're not, the opening here isn't obviously wide enough to go over PVC pipe. So if you're making smaller hoops with wire or fiberglass, then you could have these sitting over top of the hoops. So the hoops would go through there, and then you snap that over the netting underneath the hoop. And you could put like three of those along, probably would hold it quite nicely, or two, depending how tall your hoops are. The other thing you can do is clip it over the netting and then use a weed mat pin or a tent peg or whatever to stick that down into the ground and hold that on there, kind of on the edge of the cloth, which is what I'm going to try and do. The trouble is I haven't found enough weed mat pins yet. I thought I know we've got more around somewhere. These, I've got 11 ones I could find in my shed. I'll have to have another look after lunch. I've got a clip on the edge here. We'll see how we go. I'll try and get it nice and tight, just checking. And these would definitely be easier with two adults. And the cutting part too. But you can do it by yourself, which is good to know.
What is that?
Pull it behind. The dirt is still a bit loose down here where I put the sleepers. This hasn't been compacted down very much.
I got these back.
We got those ones. If you keep it, I kind of fold the netting over on itself, double, and keep it kind of loose while I'm clamping it down. Helps stop poking holes in the netting. Trying to line it up roughly with the hoop. This peg's different than the other ones. I don't know what's better. It will help hold in the wall of this row as well, which is kind of handy, and help the birds to stop digging out the wall. There's one weed mat pin down the far end, and I'm just going to try securing the other ends of rocks and see how we go. I've gotten 3 cell packs of cauliflower, mostly cauliflowers, planted in the row out the front, so I'm going to get some more seedlings planted now.
How many would you have to open?
Are you going to get yourself or grow up?
Well, I mean, to be able to plant them, I kind of need it right over the other side, because I'm just planting both sides from one side, otherwise I have to take all that side. I need this one out. Just put it straight down. Don't pull it because it's just deeper. The first ones I planted are cauliflower snowball. One of the trays had a label that also still had broccoli bell star written on it, so I think those ones here are all cauliflowers except for these last three. I saved these last three till the edge because these look like broccolis. The cauliflower leaves are a little bit more soft. The broccolis have a more bluish green sort of leaf. So that one, and that one I think are the broccoli bell star. So I've just kind of left the label, where did I put it? Oh, there, which is got the cauliflower and the broccoli written on there, and I'm going to carry on the rest of the bell stars that are actually in their trays next, instead of another cauliflower. So these are the broccoli bell stars, the actual ones that are labelled. The ones in the Dalton's organic seed raising mix and the ones in the Yates organic seed raising mix, which are still puny. So hopefully they should be fine once they get growing. All the big seedlings desperately need to get in because they're starting to show signs of deficiency as well, just because they're running out of food in there because they really need to be planted. Okay, so I've planted one of the varieties of cauliflower, one of the varieties of broccoli, and 4 purple sprouting broccolis on the end, because that's what I could fit in. So we've got the cauliflower snowballs down there, and then the broccoli bell stars, the ones that are in the Yates, the tiny little ones that you can hardly see. Where are they? 1, 2. Yeah, I did plant them all. I was thinking about not planting some of them, but I've put one in the middle so they can be a little bit closer because I don't know how well they're going to do. And then we've got the 4 purple sprouting broccolis here. We've got more of those, but that's all we can fit in one row, which was 7.5, 6 cell packs, I think. I'm going to water the rest of those and then that will be done. I only had enough barley straw mulch to do the far end and a few bits and pieces of the old mulch here and there, so I need to get some more of that, but otherwise that's one row done. Thanks for joining us in today's vlog, guys. Choose to grow hope, and we'll see you next time. Bye.